Hi everyone, my name is Frank Gabriel. I'm a realtor and real estate advisor in South Florida. In this video, I'll be discussing the Florida Senate Bill 4D, also known as the Surfside Condo Bill, and how it impacts buyers and sellers of condominiums and co-op buildings in the state. This new legislation introduces critical safety requirements for buildings 3 stories or taller, so it's essential to understand the implications of this bill when entering the real estate market. So let's dive in. Florida Senate Bill 4D aims to enhance the safety of condominium and co-op buildings by mandating milestone structural inspections and structural integrity reserve studies. This bill affects numerous properties across the state and is designed to minimize the risk of structural failures and promote the safety of residents living in these buildings. Now, there are 2 key provisions of Senate Bill 4D that we're going to talk about. One is the milestone structural inspections, and the second is the structural integrity reserve study. First, the milestone structural inspections are conducted by licensed engineers or architects to assess the structural integrity and safety of the building. The frequency of these inspections depends on the building's age and its distance from the coastline. For buildings 3 miles or less from the coastline that are 25 years or older, inspections are due by December 31st, 2024, and every 10 years thereafter. If buildings are under 25 years old, inspections are due by December 31st of their 25th year and every 10 years thereafter. Now, for buildings more than 3 miles from the coastline that are 30 years or older, inspections are due by December 31st, 2024, and every 10 years thereafter. Under 30 years old, inspections are due by December 31st of their 30th year and every 10 years thereafter. A licensed engineer or architects identify any structural deterioration and document any unsafe or dangerous conditions observed. They determine whether further inspections or repairs are necessary to any structural components. Reports are provided to local building officials, the association, and to unit owners. If no deterioration is observed, the study is concluded. If deterioration is observed, then Phase 2 inspection is required. Phase 2 may involve destructive testing, material testing, removal of finishes, probing, or non-destructive testing and radar. After the Phase 2 report, repairs for substantial deterioration must be scheduled and commenced within 1 year of submission of the report, or the local agency may make a determination if safe for occupancy. So hopefully no buildings in the state will get to this point and require an evacuation. The second key provision in Bill 4D is the Structural Integrity Reserve Study. These studies are conducted every 10 years to estimate the remaining life and replacement costs of major building components, such as roof, load-bearing walls, and electrical systems. Associations must fully fund reserved based on this study estimations. As you may have noticed, HOA prices have been rising for many condo buildings. This is partly due to insurance prices skyrocketing, but another major reason for the rise in monthly HOA costs is due to buildings needing to grow their reserves in preparation for this specific reserve study. If your building has always kept a healthy reserve fund, then you are one of the lucky few. But for those owners who have voted to not collect funds in years past, it is now time to pay the price. In my building, HOA prices rose by 30% in 2023, and I've heard of a lot of other buildings rising to that same percentage. Many condo buildings are preparing for the fund that needs to be accounted for. The great thing is that the reserve fund is secure. Funds can only be used for specific items identified in this study. Associations may not waive, reduce, or use such reserves for another purpose. There is zero commingling of this fund with other projects in the building. So those of you that don't trust your association with handling budgets and managing money, you can rest assured that the money will be safe. But I can't speak about your other funds. So what does this bill mean for buyers and sellers? Sellers must disclose information about repairs, inspections, and assessments to buyers as part of the transaction process. Now, this includes providing prospective buyers with a summary of the milestone inspection report and the most recent structural integrity reserve study, or a statement disclosing the absence of such a study. Buyers have the right to inspect reserve studies, which can help them understand the financial health of the association and any potential future expenses related to building repairs or replacements. Non-compliance with the requirements of Senate Bill 4D could result in legal and financial liabilities for both buyers and sellers. Therefore, it's essential to be aware of these new requirements and ensure all parties involved in a transaction comply with them. If you're a buyer, here are some tips to help you navigate the process. Investigate the association's reserves and review the Structural Integrity Reserve Study to understand potential future expenses and the financial health of the association. Request copies of the milestone inspection report and any other relevant documentation from the seller. Work with a knowledgeable real estate professional like myself who can guide you through the process and ensure you're informed about the building's safety and structural integrity. Now, if you're a seller, here are some tips to help you comply with the requirements of Senate Bill 4D. Obtain copies of the milestone inspection report, structural integrity reserve study, and any relevant meeting minutes or agendas to disclose to prospective buyers. That's important. Ensure that any pending assessments are addressed and disclosed in the condominium rider. Work with a knowledgeable real estate professional who can help you navigate the disclosure process and ensure you're compliant with the Senate Bill 4D requirements. Regardless of whether you're a buyer or a seller, hiring a knowledgeable real estate professional is crucial in navigating the complexities of Florida Senate Bill 4D. An experienced agent will be able to guide you through the process, ensuring that all necessary documentation is provided and that the transaction is conducted in compliance with the new law. So, in conclusion, Florida Senate Bill 4D introduces significant safety requirements for condominiums and co-op buildings 3 stories or taller in the state. As a buyer or seller, it's crucial to understand these new requirements and work with a knowledgeable real estate professional to ensure compliance. By doing so, you'll minimize the risk of legal and financial liabilities and promote the safety of residents living in these buildings. Now, that was all the up-to-date information for Florida Senate Bill 4D. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more real estate insights. If you have any questions or concerns about Florida Senate Bill 4D, please feel free to leave a comment below or reach out to me via phone, text, or social media anytime. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.